You're only 18 years old. While most people are still asleep, your alarm goes off. Your day begins long before the sun rises. Your office has no walls and no air conditioning. It weighs dozens of tons, and today it'll travel hundreds of miles across the country's highways. While most people your age are heading to college or looking for their first job, you're already living a life filled with responsibility behind the wheel of a massive truck. This is the life of someone who chose to become a truck driver at just 18 years old. A life built on highways, discipline, and courage. Before you even start the engine, you inspect the tires, brakes, oil, lights, and make sure the entire load is safely secured for the journey ahead. Because one small mistake can put your life, your cargo, and everyone else on the road at risk. There's no room for carelessness out here. Once everything is checked, it's finally time to leave. You start the engine, take a deep breath, and begin another long journey. The city slowly disappears in your rearview mirror. Little by little, the buildings fade away, and the highway becomes your new home. Now it's just you, your truck, and an endless stretch of road ahead. This is where the real journey truly begins. At first, everything feels exciting. Every mile brings a new adventure, and the freedom of the open road is unlike anything you've ever experienced. But as the hours pass, the silence slowly fills the cab. You realize that driving alone is simply part of this profession. The radio becomes your closest companion. Music, news, or even a random voice makes the endless drive feel a little less lonely. But when the signal disappears, all that's left is the constant sound of the engine and the tires rolling over the asphalt. Over time, you learn to enjoy your own company. After all, not every road is meant to be traveled with someone beside you. The scenery changes constantly. Mountains, farms, forests, and small towns pass by, while the miles keep adding up beneath your wheels. Every road sign points to another city. Some you've visited before, others you've never even heard of, but none of them are truly home. When hunger finally hits, you stop at a roadside truck stop. It's the perfect place to recharge before getting back on the road. Lunch is always quick. The clock never stops ticking, and your delivery has to arrive on time. At these truck stops, you meet other truck drivers. Each one has a different destination, but almost everyone shares the same routine. After a few minutes of conversation, everyone climbs back into their trucks. The road is waiting, and no one can stay for long. You fill the fuel tank, clean the windshield, inspect the tires one more time, and prepare yourself for several more hours behind the wheel. Before leaving, you do one final inspection. Safety is never something you can ignore when driving a vehicle this large. The engine starts once again. You pull back onto the highway and continue toward your next destination, with hundreds more miles ahead. But the road changes quickly. Dark clouds gather, the wind picks up, and you realize a storm is about to begin. Within minutes, heavy rain covers the highway. Visibility drops dramatically, and every second demands your full attention. You slow down, grip the steering wheel tightly, and keep moving carefully. In moments like these, every decision matters. Every truck driver learns an important lesson very early. Arriving safely will always be more important than arriving a little sooner. After a while, the storm finally passes. The clouds begin to clear, and the blue sky slowly returns. Then comes the reward. The highway reveals breathtaking landscapes that very few people ever get the chance to witness. It's moments like these that remind you why you chose this profession. Views like this make every mile worth it. After many long hours of driving, you finally spot your destination. You can already feel the satisfaction of completing another successful trip. You carefully back into the loading dock, wait for permission, and the unloading process finally begins. Another delivery completed successfully. Every inspection, every decision, and every mile traveled safely brought you to this moment. The paperwork is signed, the delivery is confirmed, and for the first time all day, you finally take a deep breath. But just when you think it's time to rest, your phone rings again. A new load is waiting, and another long journey is about to begin. You realize this routine never truly ends. While millions of people sleep peacefully at home, there's always a truck driver somewhere crossing the highways. And because of people like you, supermarkets stay stocked, hospitals receive supplies, factories keep running, and an entire country keeps moving forward. Now tell me, would you have the courage to live this life at just 18 years old? If you enjoyed this story, leave a like, subscribe,